Hi there, lovely people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel, and I am welcoming you back at this angle because late night, I'm not really feeling like facing the camera and all that. Bit tired, but I wanna do some more reviews for you. Couple of reviews, and I think I wanna do morning thoughts episode, but I'll do it in different way. I don't wanna face the camera. I'll talk about certain things. What fragrance journey is like to us, and many of you can share your sentiment. So today, for the first episode, I'm doing a Kenzo fragrance after some time, and this particular line, you can see the OGs right here. This is my old bottle of Kenzo Puram or Kenzo Homme. I got this in 2016 or 17. And since then I reviewed almost all the flankers, if not all. This is the last one which I'm going to review today, Kenzo Homme Udi EDT, or basically it's called Boisee. This is the right name. Both of them are correct, and if you translate in English it means Udi. So this fragrance, as I understand, it's sort of like discontinued some time back, and I think this perfume, it's you can say in a way like did not get so much hype. There were some reviewers back in the days who did the review, and then there were some reviews. It's not like never been reviewed, but I feel like this perfume I've been searching for some time, and this is like a last missing piece of the puzzle. So I will review this. Give me a second. Yeah, sorry, I always forget to mute my other phone, which is on charge. Anyway, so I had a long day, a nice little dinner and everything, but kind of hectic going on right now. Hectic things are going on right now in Dhaka, our capital city. A little bit political unrest, and we are also suffering in the road due to jam and all that. So the official time right now, it's 1:10 a.m. in the morning, early morning, and I'll be giving you my thoughts on this one. So this one was launched, I think, back in 2010, if my memory serves me right, from Fragrantica. And I have quite a story to tell you, as usual. That's my way of doing stuff. And then this is done by actually one master perfumer, Olivier Poge, son of Jacques Poge, or Jacques Pau. I don't know, Poge, Pau. So they are both. Father used to be in-house perfumer for Chanel. You guys know that, and the son took over for Chanel. So they did create a lot of fragrances together. So that's not the most important thing. Most important thing is this is underrated, hidden gem. Long lost gem. My story with this fragrance before I start the review, somewhere in 2017 or 18. sorry, the cold really is still bothering me. It doesn't really want to leave me. I never really completely recover. Perhaps my time is up. So anyway, God forbids. But anyway, back to the review. So the thing is, like, before COVID and stuff, so I used to go to a lot of places, and I am still very excited about collecting perfumes even till today. I'll do a review about that. I'll do a video about that. So I used to go from shop to shop, and everywhere my eyes would be on fragrances, because I believe this is my line of work, and I take it very seriously. And even though it's kind of like out of control sometimes, but to create a content, I would buy fragrance and spend a lot of money. So not as rich as many of the other guys who buy niche. I buy designers mostly, and some fragrance which you can afford, and sometimes niche. I mix it up. So this perfume I saw in one of the stores called Yellow, like I think it was in most probably one of our shopping mall called Basuntara Shopping Complex, right? So they have in Yellow like a outlet where they sell clothing and stuff, but they had a corner of perfumes. So I saw it there and I tried it, and there was no discount offer, so it was very expensive, so I did not buy it. But the next time I made up my mind and I went there, the whole perfume section was gone. That is my story with this, and I never really found it afterwards. So this is a 2010 release, has been already in the market for 13 years. I think it's hard to find. You can find it somewhere in the gray market or perhaps the discounters. You'll find it, but not on the typical Kenzo shelf. So I was talking about this one, the original Kenzo Homme. I reviewed this. This is a kind of a freshie I did not understand at first, and it's kind of like a different kind of a freshie than typical your sweet citrus or like lemon. This is kind of like a green blue kind of fragrance, and it's fresh, and it has some elements that are not for everybody. So the whole line I reviewed, the EDP, the new line, the extremes, Port, God knows how many are there. I did review the night. So Kenzo is my favorite house. If you type Kenzo Joy Amin, you'll see how many I review. So this is the last one in the puzzle, as I was talking about, that I want to review after a long talk. This is on the paper. So let me show you the presentation. This used to come in 30, 50, and 100 ml, I believe. And the big bottle you buy, I think big bottle will give you the best presentation possible. So Kenzo Homme EDT Toilette, Eau de Toilette. And then the other side, it says Woody. This side, it says Boisee. Okay, so they have two names with the same exact meaning. And here is like some information Okay, that's the box. Really like the bamboo and the color of this product. I think it's kind of like a maroon or brown color. So the bottle also follows suit, and I think this is a katana sword sort of a inspired bottle, like the, I don't know, the sword's handle or something like that. It looks like it is built-in atomizer. Really nice looking presentation. Got these leaves inside. If you see some of my other Kenzo Homme reviews, you'll see this bottle is not very unfamiliar. Okay, sprays well. I have it on my hand. Let me spray once again. This is a very interesting fragrance. Okay, really nice atomizer. Check this out. Really nice, like the way it smoothly sprays. It's like a laser, so very futuristic sci-fi movie kind. So now I was really in a mood for searching some discontinued fragrance. I am going to review very soon this perfume that I found, Kenzo Air. You guys know, those who are in market and the game for some time, you guys know this is super rare. And I did find my favorite Tom Ford Noir Anthracite. So all my dreams are coming true one by one, and I'm finding a lot of vintage fragrances, which makes me very happy. So when I saw this, I immediately grabbed it. This one I paid retail, of course, like $55 to $65 is the retail here in Bangladesh. So you can get like good deals, perhaps in a foreign land and stuff. So now this fragrance, it's an interesting one. It has some similarity to the previous ones, that the fresh, the sport, or the extreme ones, which had a lot of citruses, a lot of lemon, basil, mint. This one has those elements of the mint. Okay, very refreshing opening, and I love the way it opens. This one feels like it's a mint heavy opening, which is beautiful, gorgeous opening, and doesn't really feel like the darkness of the bottle. It's kind of like on the fresher side. So it's a sweet, mild, spicy, minty and basil opening. Okay, so basil, it's like part of the secondary player, and the mint is the first player. But the mint, usually you guys know, it's not really a note that stays for a very long time or ingredient that stays. It goes away very quickly. After 15 minutes, you do not smell the sweetness of the mint anymore, which is a sad thing because I enjoy that a lot. So after that, what follows is a kind of this, I think it's a caraway. To my nose, I don't know. I smelled this DNA in few fragrances before, so it makes me feel like it's the beauty of the fragrance is at heart. Some people say this one doesn't have the woody elements. I think the spiciness creates that woody image. I don't know, somehow that's what my imagination tells me. This one has some pepper, Sichuan pepper, perhaps cloves. Just relying on my nose, but doesn't go super dark or super spicy, super woody. Doesn't really go very deep. It stays on the skin, kind of like an aquatic, woody, spicy, minty scent. Okay, and that's weird. Okay, that's very weird because the conceptual this fragrance, I don't know, like let's say something like Bulgari's Oud Essence. You know this fragrance, right? So this fragrance knows what it wants to achieve. Let's say something like Tom Ford Noir Anthracite, it knows what it wants to achieve. Let's say something like Polo Green, that's very distinctive, like it's going to be the green leather, or it's going to be like woody, earthy, or something like really spicy. This fragrance wanted to achieve a lot of things, I feel, and that's where it's interesting. Definitely area of interest is there. Okay, so it's not just another boring blast scent like some of the Kenzo Homme flankers. They could be underwhelming, like just fresh mint, bubblegum, and then it's followed by some green vetiver, and that's it. This is a lot more interesting. So this is the interesting lesser known brother of the whole line, and I really find interesting in a way that this is a mysterious perfume. Okay, it can be worn almost all year round. The performance on this, I am not wearing this for a very long time, but I can tell you one thing, it's not a beast mode fragrance. This one, the longevity is solid, like 5.5 hours on me. Projection, it feels the initial 30-40 minutes, it's really projecting a lot on my neck. It radiates when it's like gets warmed up a little bit, my neck, and like when you go out in the bit warmer setup, it really starts projecting. So this one needs a little bit of heat to really create that projection, otherwise it stays close to your skin. So 5 to 6 hours tops, and the projection, it's okay, not really something to brag about, but it actually, like if you dig your nose on your skin, if you have kind of like a oily skin, it will last longer. So it's a good fragrance in a way for office. I think this is a good signature scent word. This something fresh, something spicy, something masculine. This one, definitely, it's one of my favorite Kenzo Homme like flankers. I love the night version, which is very sweet, like a coconutty, tropical. The sport one, the extreme ones, they're very nice. And even the new line of those bamboo sticks. You've seen those reviews. I reviewed a couple of them. I think there's a new flanker out. I think this is the one that replaced the older line. This is the Kenzo Homme EDT Intense. Okay, so I leave it there. But the older line, these bottles are super classic. Those who loved it, they've been really big fan. Some of them had mandarin, some of them had mint. So in the end, what you're gonna get from this, you're gonna get a solid fragrance from it. Like, if your issue is not trying to get a beast mode fragrance, this is not going to definitely disappoint you. This will really make you happy, and you can go through the bottle. Perhaps you'll not buy another bottle, but you'll have good memories of it which you created in the past. And perhaps you have gone through relationships where you wore this fragrance in that phase. Okay, it will remind you of that time. Perhaps you'll not buy this again, perhaps you will. Perhaps a small 30 ml just to remind you of your good old times in 2010. Where have you been in 2010? So you go back in time, you travel back in time. This is what sort of like a time travel machine, this fragrance. So I'm very happy I found it. The description, if you like it, and give it a try. Best way always is to put your nose, but I suspect this fragrance will be a little bit rare to find, bit more pricey, and definitely bottle worthy, collection worthy. I will not lie to you. I will not suggest this as a blind buy, okay? But I like it a lot. Where my journey is, I can appreciate the beauty of this fragrance. There's like a place for this perfume. Perhaps, I have a lot more modern fragrances now with the mint heavy and all that, but this is a good old times. It definitely portrays that time of 2010. So there you go, Kenzo Homme Woody EDT or Kenzo Homme Boisee EDT. Okay, so performance could have been better. It's a little bit, the fresh side sort of takes over the strength of it. If there was an extreme version and I saw a Boisee version of low power Kenzo, that is interesting. I have to review that. This fragrance is worthy for men who are over 30 years old, a little bit mature noses. You'll really like this fragrance. It has sophistication. It's much more interesting than all the synthetic crap that's coming out in recent times. Okay, such a nice, soothing, as a fragrance is a confident perfume. So overall, longevity and projection, I'll give it like a 7 out of 10 average. The smell, I'll give it 8.5. It has the spices, which is the star of the show, but the opening is all about that mint and green basil leaves. Okay, so peppery, elemi raisin, a little bit of a caraway, a little bit of a freshness up top, and then the spices too, sort of like a cherry on the top, right? So that's where I think the spices are the star of the show, not woody notes. Okay, overall my rating for this fragrance is solid 8 out of 10. I really like this, and I think this is one of the best flankers in the line. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and check it out if you find it somewhere. Perhaps you like it. Okay, have a nice day. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.